Yes, welcome along to episode 19 of Upping The Ante in association with Bet365 with David Jennings and Johnny Dineen, counting down to the 2023 Cheltenham Festival. And we've made it, folks. Yes, myself and Johnny are here in the heart of the Cotswolds on the eve of the Cheltenham Festival. Our final show before the Supreme. Johnny, how do you feel? Is it a mixture of delight tinged with sadness?
Actually, there's no sadness about getting over here and going to getting
it done.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, it will be sadness, I suppose, next Saturday when it's over. I suppose really, you're looking forward to it for ages and ages. So, no, you be at the end. There's a sense of anticipation, but that's it. And I'm looking forward to the same as thousands and millions of other people, I suppose. And
how, you've been through obviously a rigorous preview night schedule. You're nearly at the end of it now, although you do have one in New Toxeter this evening.
That's right. Yeah.
Fair play to you.
That's my last one then.
That's your last one.
Yeah.
How are you feeling health-wise?
Oh, health fine. I'm tired though. You'll be tired after it now, to be honest, because I'm getting up early every morning. But sure, look, I suppose there's something to get up for. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
so that's it. Yeah. But, it's not too bad. You get used to getting up early after a while too.
You do. You could continue it throughout the year.
No, I don't think so. No.
So just to fill you through what's going to happen in the show, we're going to have a few questions from the crowd. We're going to preview all the races on day one of the Cheltenham Festival now that the declarations are out, and we're going to have our final picks for the 2023 Cheltenham Festival, so stay tuned. So before we kick off with our questions from the crowd, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, comment and share all things Upping The Ante. Our first question this week comes in from Paul Campbell, and Paul wants to know, Johnny, is there one horse next week that's going to make or break your week? Financially, what is the most important horse to Johnny Dineen? If I could offer you and grant you one wish next week for one horse to win, who would it be?
Well, look, it's a very hard question to answer because...
Well, it's not really, just pick one.
Well, no, but it depends. Gambling is all about timing at the same time, do you know what I mean?
Well,
so it's...
At whatever time it is now, what would it be?
At the time now, I'd say I will have a fairly big bet, a pretty decent bet on Mighty Potter.
Yes.
But whether it's the most important bet of the whole week, that's another question. I'm looking at Tuesday and I'm going to probably opposing three horses, say Facile Vega, Honeysuckle and the last favourite, Gallia de Menil. So if I can't afford to get the three of them wrong anyway.
You're going to have a bad Tuesday, John.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. And if you go behind in these places, you're going to struggle. It's everything. Gambling is the same as a lot of life or sport or anything. It's all about front running. You get your head in front early on, you have a great chance. You go behind and you'll struggle. That's basically it.
Right, so here we go, right? As of Sunday evening, okay, I know this is not going to happen, but if you weren't to have another bet at the Cheltenham Festival, what is the most important horse for you to win?
Well, figures-wise, it's going to be Mighty Potter.
Mighty Potter, okay. Yeah. We got there in the end.
Yeah, it's going to be
so
Mighty Potter.
So the answer is Mighty Potter?
Well, yes, the answer is Mighty Potter, but I'm depending that I don't have a bad day Tuesday, that I'll be able to have plenty on it, do you know what I mean?
Okay. And you have plenty on already?
I've only small money in it so far. Okay. Small money in it so far.
So there you go. The most important horse to Johnny Dineen, we got there in the end, is Mighty Potter. Our second question this week comes in from Kevin Joyce. And Kevin, Johnny, wants us to agree on a lucky 15. So he wants us to agree on 4 horses for a lucky 15. He said he doesn't care what prices they are, but we have to agree.
Right, okay.
We could come to blows here now. So
this will be good, I'd say.
Right,
yeah.
Okay, right. I'll let you go out with the baton first, right? Give us one horse that we have to include.
No, but if we agree, I'll just call out the races where we might agree. We ain't going to agree in the first race anyway.
No.
So what about El Fabiolo?
No, I'm John Bond.
Okay, that's fine.
Good start, yeah.
Right. Well, obviously we can't put in Constitution, it's too short.
No. Mayor's Hurdle?
Cork Rambler? No.
Cork Rambler, no.
Okay.
No,
Mayor's Hurdle, I'm with Marie's Rock.
No, okay. Can't agree on that, yeah. Boodles.
Takao.
Yeah, Takao is a big chance now.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a Metamorphosis kind of big price man, but I think Takao is a big...
And the last one I go Manila Crooner.
Oh, Gallard de Menil.
Okay, right, okay. So
but Manila Crooner now, I have to say, right, I was in Gordon Elliott's last week for a feature that's in Sunday, today's Racing Post. And out of all the horses that looked and worked there last Wednesday morning, if I was to bring one horse that there was good vibes about, it would have been Manila Crooner.
Okay.
I'd say Jamie Codd would love to ride him.
We're 0 from 7 on the first day, so we could
come back to Manila Crooner or Takao, okay?
We're struggling, right.
So we're on to the Ballymore.
The Ballymore.
Hermes Allen?
Oh, not at all. No chance. No, we ain't agreeing there anyway.
Okay. We're on to the Brown Advisory.
I'll go with Jerry Colomb. We might have one here, no.
Hill, maybe.
Yeah, I'd say you'd argue with your toes.
Okay. Coral Cup.
The Coral Cup. I won't be agreeing with you, whatever you pick here, Neil, because I couldn't have betted this.
Beacon Edge would be
not at all. No chance. Go on. Fourth race. What's the next one?
Edward Stone.
No, Energamine.
Right, come on now, here we go, right. Delta work.
Yeah, I'll go Delta work.
Right, we've won in.
Yeah,
right, we've Delta work.
I'll go Delta
First one
work,
in,
yeah,
okay, Delta work, okay, Delta work. Grand Annual.
I'm going Dino Blue. No.
Yeah, big chance. We could come back to Dino Blue. Yeah, big chance. Andy Dufresne, Dino
and
Blue.
And the bumper I'm not interested in anyway.
No. Okay, on to turn. Mighty Potter.
Yeah.
Okay, we've Mighty Potter
so
in
we've
then.
2 in now, yeah. Okay.
So who have we got in?
Delta work and Mighty Potter, yeah. I ain't
okay.
agree with walking in there anyway, under any circumstances. So that's
Any particular reason why not?
I just don't fancy it, that's all. But
Any particular reason why not?
I think it has no chance, to be honest.
But Johnny, okay, I've got the fact you don't fancy him, but I'm just looking for a reason why you don't.
I don't think it'll be good enough. I just don't think it'll be good enough. I think it ran in the entry last year. I just think it's them English races. A lot of them races are no good at the same time. I have a feeling it won't win anyway. I have a feeling it won't win. Sorry, but
right.
Yeah, go on anyway.
Right, Ryanair. We're not including Shishkin.
No, I wouldn't put him in. No, not into a bet like
give
this.
Blue Lord a squeak.
Not enough to put it in. Go on, kick on again. What's the next
Stairs hurdle. What do you fancy in a stairs hurdle?
Home by the Lee. You don't fancy that?
No, do you know what? He's your nap of the week. We'll put in home.
No,
big chance.
No,
massive
we'll
chance.
leave him a while.
Marie's Rock is going for the mare's hurdle.
Yeah,
home by the Lee is a massive chance.
We'll leave him and come back maybe. What's after that?
The Plate. So Scottish?
No, I go with That's All Right, Gino. Go on.
And then the Kim Muir.
I'll go with Stumptown.
Right, I couldn't care less what wins Kim Muir, so maybe Stumptown.
Right,
yeah,
okay.
Massive chance, yeah.
Triumph
Hurdle.
Blood Destiny.
I'm more lost in my
Okay, right, okay.
Yeah. County Hurdle.
County Hurdle, I couldn't have any bet in that anyway. Go on.
Okay. Albert Bartlett.
Albert Bartlett, go 3-car brag.
Right, I give 3-car brag a big chance.
Okay, we'll stick him in, so right, for 3.
Gallop in the Shops.
No, go on.
Allegory de Vassi.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yes, we got one.
Okay,
one of my strongest fancies of the week.
We'll leave that in, so.
Okay, Allegory de Vassi.
So that's the 4 of them now. You've Allegory de Vassi, Delta Work, Mighty Potter and 3-car brag, yeah.
Okay,
so there's that guy's lucky 15.
We've managed to agree. But we actually didn't get to the Martin Pipe, might I?
Oh, no.
Johnny, you don't have to laugh at my tips, right?
No, I won't go with Might I either, no, leave him off.
So there we go. That is your lucky 15 for the Cheltenham Festival, which me and Johnny have agreed on. We have Delta Work in the cross country. We've got Mighty Potter in the Turners. We've got 3-car brag in the Albert Bartlett. And what was the final selection?
Allegory de Vassi.
And Allegory de Vassi. Yeah. In the Mare's Chase. How many do we get?
We have a chance of getting double up anyway.
You think? yeah. Double the odds, one winner. There you go. That's our lucky 15 for the Cheltenham Festival. And our final question this week comes in from Anne Kelly, and Anne wants to know, is there any value whatsoever in the leading trainer or leading jockey markets, Johnny?
I didn't actually take much notice. Somebody told me that like Paul Townend is around 1 to 3, is he? And Willie Mullins 1 to 6. Like Willie Mullins 1 to 6 is finding it on the ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolute. Like it should be 1 to 666 in my book. It's finding it on the ground. Like there's no comparison between back and
because Willie Mullins can't get injured. Like.
Well, the only injury he can get is tipping his brown hat after every winner, isn't it? Like when he's getting interviewed. Like Paul Downey can be fault in any race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus, Danny Mullins can ride winners. Patrick Mullins can ride winners. They can divide the winners between them. But Willie Mullins is going to be getting all the winners. Like they're all going to be attributed to him. Like I was surprised at 1 to 6. I think there's like Pressbury Cup stuff. There's absolutely no offers in that anyway. Do you mean? Do you know what I think? There's Willie Mullins is an absolute certainty. They know Henderson has good chances and all that, but like they won't all win at the same time. Like he hasn't got the strength and depth that Mullins has. Okay, Henderson has good chances. He could on a real good week have 4 winners, but that's not going to be enough at the same time. Right near it.
So many winners do you think Willie Mullins will have?
Whatever, he'll have plenty for that to land the 1 to 6 anyway. Do you know what I mean? Sure, even in a bad week he's going to land 7, isn't he? Like,
yeah.
And maybe in a good week he could do 10, 12. Who knows? But there's like 1 to 6 is like it's finding it on the ground. Absolutely, it's the best.
£100 just been there. 100 quid. Go down and pick it up, isn't it?
Well, you only have to leave 600 down for about 3 days. That's all, isn't it? You'll probably be able to collect sometime Thursday evening because he'll be so far in front you can't get caught. It's 16%, and like if a fella wasn't interested and really trying to pick out, it is absolutely money from America.
There you go, Anne. Money from America. Willie Mullins going to be top trainer. So folks, have we got a treat in store for you? Yes, the declarations are out for day 1 of the Cheltenham Festival. Myself and Johnny Dineen are going to dissect each and every one of the 7 races on Tuesday. So we're going to kick off with the Supreme, the traditional festival opener, Johnny. And Facile Vega is obviously your favourite. But it's a deep field, 14 runners. Where are you standing at the moment in your whole Facile Vega fascination?
I can't have him. I still can't have him.
What's the reports now? You're close to the club. What are you hearing?
I'm not close, but I'm hearing little things that he's working well anyway. Do you know what I mean? But you don't hear too many that aren't working well, as far as I can see.
Okay.
Do you know? But look, he's supposed to be working the house down, all this kind of stuff. But he still has to prove it now at the same time. Look, even a horse like In the Pocket. After a period, well, he's a bit of a chance anyway. He's a nice little runner to have here that you wouldn't be expecting. You've got Marine Nationale, you've the Ely Toms, quite a deep, high definition. I'd say I was looking at his form overall. I presume he wouldn't want too much rain tomorrow at the same time. Like he has running good to firm on the flat. Now he has soft down form on the flat, but it was in a maiden and his debut. So look, you'd imagine that he probably wouldn't appreciate it too soft, but like he's still a runner at the same time. You have Dr. Bravo, you have plenty cover for you anyway, plenty cover. Like, I don't fancy the favourite now. I wouldn't have him at all. But it's a good race. It mightn't be that good a quality race, but it's a competitive race.
Is your main play in the race going to be in laying Facile Vega?
Yeah, but I'll probably have a few quid on. I'll definitely have something on high definition. Definitely have something on Dr. Bravo, and might have something on In the Pocket now as well, just in case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as I said.
But I will lay the favourite, definitely. Yeah.
Dr. Bravo is working particularly well. Like I wouldn't be one at spotting really good work, but I was in Gordon's the other day and he came up the gallop, and it's quite a steep gallop, and a few of them struggled coming up it. And he was the one. He would have went up 10 times. I just thought he was the one that poked my eye out.
Right. Okay.
Dr. Bravo.
Yeah. Look, he's a runner. It's an open race, but I just couldn't have the favourite. I don't care what work he's doing anyway. I'll chance him anyway.
Okay. There you go. So it is potentially for Johnny Dineen. He's laying Facile Vega, and the three you're going to have running for you are High Definition, Dr. Bravo, and In the Pocket. I'm a big fan of In the Pocket. I think this race is going to suit. They're going to go fast. Could pick up the pieces. A bit like you. Is he just quite good enough?
Well, like he wasn't even mentioned as in the 2 mile race all along. It's surprising that they switched him in, but I mean, they did it for a reason. They must think that he's going to be more effective at 2 miles.
Yeah, absolutely. I think In the Pocket's a big player now. I have been a Marine Nationale fan all season. Worried about the ground, not worried about the jockey, not worried about the layoff, really worried about the ground. But Marine Nationale, I think, could end up being the best horse in this race. Just worried about the ground. So at the prices, I'm an In the Pocket fan. Moving on to the Arkle at 210 and El Fabiolo, John Bon, Dysart Dynamo. None of the rest matter really, do they, Johnny?
Well, fellas, some people are fancying Sandroy. I can't see that at all. Anyway, I can't fancy Dysart Dynamo either, to be honest. I'm not mad in Dysart Dynamo. I don't think he's as good as these horses anyway. It's between the two of them. I think it is. I wouldn't argue with fellas that picked the other one. You could see why they'd go John Bon. I could see exactly why.
How superior is John Bon's jumping to El Fabiolo?
It is like your man needs to improve his jumping again from the second to his third run, whereas John Bon is probably exemplary every day. You know what I mean? One guy's a kind of jumping slightly a work in progress, more whatever you'd like to say, call it, and the other one, he's there already. Do you know what I'm saying? So
if this was a 2 mile flat race, would you be maxing out a match race between John Bon and El Fabiolo? Would you be maxing out on El Fabiolo? Do you think ability-wise he's far superior to John Bon?
Maxing out.
Maxing the max.
Exactly, maxing a double max.
He's a superior animal.
Could you cube a max?
We need a calculator here, quick. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, that'd be my bet.
So he's way more ability.
I think so. Yeah,
okay.
I think so. If there was such a thing as a max cubed, I'd go for that. I'd go there. But
Johnny, there are no more figures in the world now. Okay, we know that you think he's a superior animal to John Bon.
I would. So look, you have to be afraid of the jumps here. They're tricky. They're on bends and they're on corners and they're near off the second last is an awful fence here. You'd be terrified. Like if you were on El Fabiolo, you'll be closing your eyes coming to that.
Yeah. Remember Fakir the Dar race crashed through.
Yeah, that cost me that year. Yeah, and it would have definitely have won. Even there, like Magic Days and My Drogo, like two of them fought it. The one fence. That's an awful fence. Desperate thing altogether. And they will be trapping there. Like they won't be.
They'll be going a million.
Well, they'll be going a millions in because it's a 2 mile chase, and they'll be going. There'll be no horses going any faster. Bar the champion chase. There'll be no other horse hitting that fence quicker.
Okay, so my final question to you is: if El Fabiolo puts in a clean round of jumping, doesn't make a mistake.
Yeah,
how likely is he to win?
I'll be surprised if he can't win. Then I will, and I'll be going from. But it's fascinating. The betting he's in and out. They're up and down favourites. They're flip flopping. Your man looked like getting strong there once. Now I checked it a minute ago there that the other one, El Fabiola's now gone favourite. So look, I'll be going El Fabiola, but like I won't be surprised if he hits a few fences and gets beat. But I will be surprised if he jumps around perfect and does not win.
Okay, I'm a John Bond fan. I think he's just a safer option, even though I was against him all season. Moving on to the ultimate, one of the hottest handicaps of the week. But Johnny Dineen is very, very sweet on Courage Rambler.
Yeah, I do. I'd give him a great chance. I mean, he's £6 up from last year, but I think that's not a very punitive rise for a horse winning the ultimate.
Punitive rise? You've been eating dictionaries, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I did it. I went to secondary school. I did. College.
You did your,
third
what
level.
do they call it over here? GCEs?
Is it? Yeah,
GCSEs?
I'm not sure what they call it over here. I know what we call it.
Did you do the intercert and the leaving cert?
I did, and a spell in an abortive spell in its third level.
In college?
Oh, yeah, 1 year.
What did you study? Punting?
No, yeah, exactly, in a betting shop the whole year. And all I can tell you now is there'll be no pictures of me up on the wall down there now.
Our most famous past pupil.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I don't think they remember
me. Well, you have a first class honours degree in punting anyway.
Look, exactly. I did a lot of work for that year down there. Liam Cashman had the betting shops down there. We was there night and day. But anyway, look, I'm going to go with Courage Rambler. I think he's a great chance. I think he lost a lot of ground at the start last year and still managed to win. I don't think this is any deeper race.
Similar sort of race.
That's all it is. Yeah,
you have Oscar Elite in there as well.
That's all it is. I mean, I don't see anything really with a lot on their sleeve in this race.
Now, I have to say, Johnny, you're doing, in your own words now, you're doing a lot of poo-pooing of my tips. So yeah.
Right. No.
Right, what about Happy-Go-Lucky here?
Look,
must be a massive player.
I wouldn't put anyone off having bets in these races. You wouldn't be surprised what won him, but he wouldn't be on my list, to put it that way to you.
Would he make your top 5?
No, he wouldn't, to be honest. No. But
right, moving on. Right, yeah. moving on. Moving on to the champion hurdle, Constitution Hill, obviously state man. We've spoken over and over about this. We'll keep it short. We'll keep it sweet. We'll keep it snappy. Obviously, it looks like Constitution Hill. Is there any bet in this race for you? None
whatsoever. None. Couldn't get over one thing though. How Constitution Hill was nearly 1-2 on the machine the other day.
Have you backed them yet?
No, I'm not going to either.
Okay.
I'm not going to. I'm just going to watch this and I like, rather than, I'm not going to back him, but I'll be hoping he wins, to be honest. And I don't normally do that about horses. I don't care whether they win or lose if I'm not on them myself.
So are you telling me, Johnny Dineen, that you might actually clap Constitution Hill back into the winners?
Well, that'd be a bit strong now, but I'd be a bit strong.
But you'd be there. You only have to literally move probably 20 yards.
I might give him a little wink or something like that. But look, I think he'll win. I won't want to see him beaten anyway. Do you know what I mean? I won't want to see him beaten. Okay. But look, I wouldn't lose any sleep if he was.
Johnny, I know you completely disagree with my play in the race. I think at worst, Vauban is going to finish third.
Look, Vauban could definitely be third because he's been ridden to be third, but I don't think he'll beat Stateman now. I actually think, my personal opinion is that Vauban will never finish in front of Stateman in a race.
Okay, fair enough. I think he might, but I don't think he will. But I think he might finish second or third to Constitution Hill. Moving on to the Mayor's Hurdle, Johnny. It is as good a Mayor's Hurdle as there is ever going to be in our lifetime. Honeysuckle, Marie's Rock, Brandy Love, Queen's Brook, Love Envoy. I could go on and on and on.
Yeah,
Where has your pin landed now?
Oh, Marie's Rock, without a doubt, yeah. Oh, I'm going to have a good bet in Marie's Rock, definitely. I wanted her in the race to be taken on Honeysuckle. I'm going to do both. I'll be laying Honeysuckle for a decent whack and have it on Marie's Rock and leave the rest of them run away from me if it'll be a push.
Do we call that a yawl double?
Yeah, you will. It'll be a.
So you're laying substantially Honeysuckle,
yes,
and you're back.
And you're going to have it on Marie's Rock, yeah.
So if that happens to happen, if Marie's Rock wins the race and Honeysuckle doesn't win the race, will you win on day one?
Unless I was in a desperate hole going into it, I'd say I would, yeah. I should be, yeah. Unless I'm in, like, if Facile Vega happened to win, I would be off to a bad start at the same time. Well, I'll be in front. I'll put it this way: if that happens to win, I will be in front after that race.
Okay. And I'm a massive fan of Brandy Love. I think going back left-handed, I think she will improve for the run. I think she's got loads of natural ability. Paul Townend rides her ahead of Echoes and Rain. I can make a pretty good case, I think, for Brandy Love. Are you giving her any chance?
Oh, she's a good look. I think you have all the others running for you. I can't have Honeysuckle in my mind. I think there's no chance in the world. That's all I can tell you. And I wouldn't be surprised if Brandy Love won, but I'd be surprised if Honeysuckle won. Very surprised.
She is your lay of the week.
She's one of them anyway. She's up there with him. Yeah, she is. Yeah. Okay.
Now, when we do the review show, and if Honeysuckle wins, any forfeit? No. Would you like to proclaim that you'll do something?
Oh, no. I'll have lost enough without doing anything extra.
Okay, the damage will be done.
Yeah, it will, yeah.
But Johnny Dineen is 100% against Honeysuckle in the Mayor's Hurdle. I have a feeling that's a clip that could potentially be played over and over again after Honey goes out in style. Moving on to the Boodles Juvenile Handicap Hurdle. this has revolved around Cow for a long, long time. McTighe stayed in.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference to
Oh,
Cow.
it does, of course. It's kept the weights down. I have a feeling JP will win this race. I do think Cow has a good chance, but I'd say his other runners have chances here, like the likes of Rispel and the likes of Sundial have chances. Common Practice out, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
He's heading out anyway. He looked like he was heading out anyway. But those three, my reading of it is, I might be all wrong, that if an English horse, as I said to you earlier, at another stage, if they can't get it within a 50 to 1 chance of trying for it, they won't win the Boodles either. Do you know what I mean? Okay. I don't think they will anyway. Like even the likes of Bose in it, who you'd have said would have an outside chance.
Runs on Monday
in Stratford and going to Aintree. Do you know, he's not even taking his chance in a trying for it. So they obviously think they have no chance anyway, Gary Moore, surely. And if Bose in it has no chance, like that doesn't say much for their 4-year-olds in my book anyway. So
what about Metamorpheus?
Metamorpheus, to me, would be a very unlikely winner now. That would be my reading of it. I wouldn't really fancy him, no. I wouldn't. Okay. That's actually got to have Tim Doyle, is it? Yeah. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be fancying him. Okay. I might be wrong, though, but I wouldn't.
No, Cow is obviously a massive player.
Biker is there too, it's a good chance too. But like, I think Cow is the one to beat, all right.
Okay, Cow is the one to beat. And then moving on to my strongest fancy of Tuesday, Gaillard. Are we going with Gaillard de Menil or Galliard?
Galliard or Gaillard, yeah.
Gaillard de Menil,
yeah.
Okay, you're our resident French expert.
Yeah, right.
We're going with Gaillard.
Yeah,
Gaillard.
I'll go
Gaillard
with whatever you like to call it.
Johnny, is this just not a simple case of the best horse in the race, has the top form at the top level, and just wins?
I don't really fancy Gaillard. I mean, I think there's a hole in him myself. I think he'll get beat.
What's the evidence of the hole being there?
Well, the hole in him is that he doesn't really win races. Okay, he won the Churchstone Warrior race in Leopardstown. He beat him, but like Churchstone Warrior.
But has Gaillard de Menil ever lost a race he should have won? Where's the evidence of this? Like,
no, but
I've stumped him.
He's
below, that's the first time you haven't come straight back.
He's below the top grade in my book.
It's the National Hunt Chase.
I think honestly he probably should have won is the Irish Grand National.
He travelled well.
In the position he was in.
But he's a novice with a decent enough weight.
Did he get the trip properly, I wonder? Yeah. Did he? I don't know. There's something about him. I think this is a good race.
Do you?
I do. I think this is a good race. I think you have 4 or 5 horses with chances against him.
And you obviously got the good vibes about Manila Cruder that I got, because you've come around to Manila Cruder all of a sudden here.
Yeah, well look, my reading of it is maybe Jamie Codd, take him out of it, maybe, right? I think your man is head and shoulders above all the amateurs, Barry O'Neill. And for them to talk him off of Malor Mission, who looked to have a good chance in his own right, and get onto Manila Crooner, they must be fancying Manila Crooner very, very strongly.
They are, yeah.
I'm going to take that hint. I'm going to chance Manila Crooner, but I am definitely going to go to War Lane, your man. He's a crazy price in my book.
Well, you'll get one lay anyway, because I'll back him with you, right?
Great, good man.
Yeah. What price will you lay? Will you give me 6 to 4?
I will, of course, yeah.
No, of course.
No limits either.
Oh, right. Gaillard de Menil. I will be back in Gaillard de Menil at 6 to 4 with my colleague and good friend, Mr. Johnny Dineen. Okay, I think he's different class to these. I don't think it's a good race. Manila Crooner was my banker of the week last year in the Albert Bartlett. Didn't run.
Look, Manila Crooner, on what he's done in Ireland, you could not fancy him, like, you couldn't.
You're obviously hearing good things,
but
Johnny.
The jockey booking is really indicative of what they're going to be expecting a top effort in my eyes anyway, you know what I mean?
Okay, so
like
there we go.
To get Barry O'Neill in this race, you'd want to be doing a lot of persuading in my eyes.
Yeah, okay. So that is day one of the Cheltenham Festival. All we need now, Johnny, is your banker on day one of the Cheltenham Festival.
Oh, look, I'll go with... I'll take a chance at El Fabiolo, I think. Okay. Like, he's probably the shortest priced horse that I fancy, so I'll go with him.
Okay, I will most certainly go for Gaillard de Menil in the National Hunt Chase. So, Upping The Ante viewers, it is time for the picks. Yes, where myself and Johnny Dineen reveal our final Ante-Post selections for the 2023 Cheltenham Festival. And to get it up to 20, Johnny, we've had 18 episodes so far. To get up to 20, we get 2 each. So there's a bonus pick for people today.
Okay,
a bonus pick. Okay, so you have 2 today and I have 2 to get up to 20. So we have 20 each.
Good.
So we'll let you go first, Johnny. What is your first pick today?
My first one is Dino Blue in the Grand Annual.
Grand Annual.
Look, I think it's probably...
7 to 1 with Bet365.
Yeah, it's not Sale of the Century 7 to 1. There's a good chance now. I think it has a good chance. But look...
Well, make it the Sale of the Century. Yeah, tell us why it's going to win.
I think it's a novice, and I think it's been trained for the race.
I think it's a novice. No, it is a novice.
I know it's a novice. Yeah. It's a novice,
but
it's been trained for the race.
Do you think so, yeah?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I have a feeling that the last day wasn't the be-all and end-all of winning it against Magic Days. Look, I think once it got beaten by Impervious in Cork,
Yes.
you were going from they switched from
Mayor's
Chase to Grand Annual or Plate or something like that. With some like more of a handicap prospect.
Would you be worried about a run last year in the Mayor's Novice Hurdle?
Yeah, it wasn't a great effort. No, you'd have to say that was a poor attempt.
Actually, come on, sell it to me here.
Yeah,
Come on.
but she is a good jumper.
Yes,
she's a great jumper, and I think she has enough pace to get to hold her position here. Look, she wouldn't be a huge bet or anything like it, but I think she has a very good chance. That's all. No,
okay, good chance in the handicaps. Dino Blue, unexposed mare for JP McManus. Dino Blue is Johnny's first pick in the Grand Annual at 7-1. Your second pick, please, Johnny.
Second one is That's All Right, Gino.
You love this horse.
Yeah, I think you
had to get him in.
Yeah, I did really, because
14-1 bet 365 for the Magners Plate.
Yeah, look, another horse that has a good chance. Like that's all. I mean, these races are devilishly hard to pick the winners of at the same time. Yeah. So I would give him a good chance if he's there hanging around. I could see him finishing strong. And again, he's a horse that I'd like going for novices really in these handicaps rather than the ones that have like tried and tested ones that probably.
You thought he should have beaten Solo?
I did. I think if he was ridden more aggressively and challenged him earlier, and it's like because Solo is a horse that don't find a lot. You know what I mean? So. But like I think he's running behind Stage Star. I think that gives him that's good for him. I think that gives him a chance in this race. Okay,
That's All Right, Gino. At 14-1 for the Magners Plate is Johnny Dineen's second and final tip. You've got up to 20 now, Johnny. Your 20th tip is That's All Right, Gino in the Magners Plate. So my two, Johnny. My first one, which you've already rubbished, is Metamorpheus in the Boodles at 20-1 with Bet365. I've wanted to get him in for a while. And I was just sick that I didn't put it up at 40-1 a few weeks ago. I actually went back and watched the race at Naas, where the winner of 4 of the last 5 winners of the Bulls have come out of that race at Naas. Now, he only finished 4th. Hadn't been with Paul Nolan that long after coming from Tim Doyle. Jumped particularly well, though. I thought his jumping was really quick. He attacks his hurdles. I thought he was impressive when he won at Punchestown. He's running off 1.25. Look, he's not a Grade 1 horse by any stretch of the imagination. But I do think he's going to be coming up the hill strongly. I think he's a strong stayer in a race that does throw up an upset every so often. Of course, Sean Flanagan won the race before.
That's right.
Remember the name of the horse? Put you on the spot now.
I can. He's the guy that beat T Hoopo in Punchestown.
Yes, and won in Fairyhouse as well.
And he was beaten.
Orange colours and navy.
Give me his first initial.
I can't remember myself.
What's his name?
And I'll tell you what was second in the race. Saint Sam was second.
I know the horse you're talking about, but this guy won in Fairyhouse and Punchestown, I'd say.
And then couldn't win on the all-weather.
Yeah, he was beaten in Killarney and everything in flat races. I can't remember his name.
Okay, we'll try and find it.
Yeah.
But Sean Flanagan has won the race before, and I think he could win it again with Metamorpheus. A shrewd purchase here, I think, by Paul Nolan, and the ultimate aim is obviously the Boodles. Gets in off 1.25, £4 higher than its Irish mark, which is not ideal, but I think the best is yet to come from Metamorpheus. It was unexposed. To Cow could be just a different league, but I'm willing to chance Metamorpheus at 20-1 for Paul Nolan and Sean Flanagan, the Bulls. And my second selection is also an Irish trainer, and it's not Willie Mullins, it's not Gordon Elliott, it's not Henry Bromley, it's Noel Meade. It is Beacon Edge in the Coral Cup, who I think is well handicapped. 12-1 with Bet365. Michael O'Sullivan has been booked.
Okay.
Had that confirmed. Michael O'Sullivan has been booked to take off £5, so he is ridiculously well handicapped with bringing that claim into play. Traded 5-2 and running in the Stairs Hurdle a couple of years ago behind Flooring Porter. There was just more sign of life last time behind Blazing Cal at Navan. I think he's on the way back. The people tell me in the stable that he's working much better now, Johnny.
Okay.
Yeah, his work has improved. I know you don't like to listen to that nonsense, but
I don't know,
his work has improved, and I think it's a good piece of placing here by Noel Meade, who can pop up a one at a big price at the festival. He's done it before with Ferrywood. So there you go. It is Beacon Edge at 12-1 for the Coral Cup. My 20th and final pick for the 2023 Cheltenham Festival. So now it's time to review our tips so far. There's 20 on the list. They're scrolling down behind us here. How would you rate your performance so far, Johnny? Oh. There's your 20 tips scrolling up and down the screen behind. How would you rate it now? Just looking at that list now, how would you rate it? What would you give yourself out of 10?
Oh, average, very average. I wouldn't be that hopeful, to be honest.
Would you not?
No, I wouldn't know.
How many? Like, if you're betting on it now, how many winners do you think you'll get out of the 20?
Out of 20, like I won't fall down if I draw a blank. I wouldn't. But I wouldn't. It's that kind of a meeting.
What would you be happy with out of that list? Would you be happy if you got 2?
I'll be happy if my pockets are full going home. That's what I'll be honest. And if I get maybe 2 or 3, do
so
fine.
You're not overly confident.
No, I'm not really. I'm not. I don't.
Your best chance of winner, Stumptown?
Well, my best chance of a winner, I suppose, is he is a good chance, and I think Takao is a good chance. You know what I mean? But I've nothing.
Takao 11-1. That was a good pick. It was all about timing, and you timed it right.
Like I'm not on. Do you know, like years ago, you could be on like the likes of John Bonnet 14-1. You know what I mean? In their 5-4, like that kind of stuff. But that doesn't seem to happen anymore.
Didn't win.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying this year I've often had much better bets than these ones going into this meeting. But like, and then a lot of them don't win anyway. They finish, but you can fluke one as well. Anything can happen in this game, is right.
Okay, and just have a quick look at my list here. Few in the handicaps have chances. I'm hoping one of my kind of bankers that I put in, and I say bankers, Lucia Hermes Allen, who I just got in there, Johnny, just to get one on the board, but I know you're not very sweet on Lucia. I think Lucia, if she turns up, will win the Mayor's Novice Hurdle, and I still think Hermes Allen has got a big chance, although all the talking is about Imperial Pass. Sander Clegane, I think, has a big chance, and the likes of Might I think, and Walking on Air, obviously. Walking on Air, that's the big one for me at 16-1. I think he's got a massive chance now that Shoot First is out of the Pretemps final. Now, we asked Bet365 to price it up. They have done it. The prices came in very late, so this is hot off the press, Johnny, right? Yeah. Producer Kieran and Dave, our two producers, we're lucky today, we have two producers, Kieran and Dave, have just handed me the prices, Johnny, so I'm going to pick it up here. We haven't seen it yet. Who do you think is favourite? No,
but tell me this, is it to a pound stake?
So it's 1 point on each, or a pound on each.
But it's not for winners, like, so, you know what I mean? It's not just 3 winners beats 2 winners. It's
no.
It's
so Johnny, it's basically, if you have, just say if Takao wins, you have a point on that, 11-1, so you get 12 points back. Okay, so who do you think is favourite?
Look,
I'd say you are, because you've got the reputation. Like, people are watching the show for you.
Yeah, look, but you have more experience in this game than I have now at the same time. Like, picking out these things.
These things?
These 20 bets, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, look...
I didn't have a great year last year, Johnny.
I probably am favoured, but whether I'm entitled to be favoured is another thing.
Okay, here we go.
I could be a false favourite,
Here we go. This is like opening up the leave and start results,
I might finish up back in you.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Johnny Dineen... This shows you the respect they have for me.
No, that's wrong.
Johnny Dineen 1-3, DJ 9-4.
No, that's an insult to you now, in fairness.
Johnny, that's what they think of me.
That's an insult now. I wouldn't do the show anymore.
We need new sponsors for this show. We need new sponsors.
I wouldn't do this show anymore.
Those trainers at Bet365 haven't a clue what they're on about. 9-4 me, 1-3. Well, I tell you something, Johnny. I'd rather back Constitution Hill than you anyway, that's for sure. 1-3.
No, I think you'd entitled me being upset over that one.
Yeah, I'm upset.
No, I wouldn't. There's no way I'd back myself at 1-3 against you. Or 4-9 either, for that matter. No, I look, I honestly, I have a 50-50 chance minimum anyway. Minimum. And I looking at my horses, to be honest, I'd rate myself slight favourite, but not a 1-3 shot. Not a hope. Okay. Like, I think you're a good price at 9-4, even though I don't think you'll win.
A value loser, Johnny. A value loser, me at 9-4. There you go. That is the Ante-Post pick so far. So that is it, Up in the Ante viewers. We have completed our final show before the festival gets underway on Tuesday. Before I go, Johnny, one important bit of information. What is it? What have I forgot? What do I do every week that I forgot this week?
I have the clue.
No, you don't listen to me anyway, do you?
Oh, no. What are you saying?
Members Club.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We're looking for new members, Johnny.
Okay.
Yeah. If you haven't joined the Members Club yet, now is the time. Now, because you've only got a couple of hours to go before the Cheltenham Festival gets underway, and there is 50% off the first 3 months. So you can read the digital newspaper. That's the best thing about it, Johnny. You can read the digital newspaper at 9 o'clock the night before. You don't have to go to the shop. You can just have it at your fingertips. Get top tips from our top tipsters, Paul Keeley and Tom Siegel. You can read all the previews, trainer quotes and everything, and you've got, of course, all the reports from all the races during the week. So first 3 months, half price. A terrific offer, Johnny. And this week, obviously, I'll be on Good Morning Cheltenham every day at 8:30. What better way to warm up for each day of the Cheltenham Festival? And we're even here on Monday with Paul Keeley and Mick Fitzgerald previewing all the week's action at Cheltenham, and we'll be there throughout the week at 8:30. It's an early start, Johnny. I won't lie to you. I'm going to be tired.
Oh, I can imagine so, yeah.
So what's your week like?
Well, once tonight's over now, I can do a bit of snoozing tomorrow in bed.
Snoozing.
Yeah, I'd say
But this is, I have to say, this one big thing that the revelation that came out in the last couple of weeks is, out of the 365 days in the year, the one day that Johnny Dineen has a drink is the Monday of Cheltenham.
Yeah, well, that's a possibility. It's only a possibility.
How would you price it up now?
1-3 and 9-4.
I think I'd like to be on the 1-3.
I would do 1-3-0. Yeah, no.
You'll have a few scoops.
No, 1 to 3, no.
1 to 3 is no?
I fancy no as favourite, yeah. It is,
Okay.
it is, yeah. It is. I'll see now, we'll see. I have a few fellas with me now, they're fairly thirsty. I wouldn't be able to keep up with them anyway.
Would you not?
No.
Well,
I could be in trouble.
Well, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure to share the last 19 weeks with you on the show here in Upping The Ante. We, of course, will be back the Tuesday after the Cheltenham Festival at 6 o'clock on March 21st. 6 o'clock March 21st, we'll be reviewing all our winning, hopefully, tips at the Cheltenham Festival and reviewing all the action. Johnny, the very best of luck with everything this week.
Absolutely. Right, David, thanks very much.
I've been David Jennings. He's been Johnny Dineen. This has been Upping The Ante. Thanks for watching.